Yo, what's up, guys? Good to see you all here. We're going to be playing a game by the name of Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. You may have seen a video on our YouTube channel earlier on this one where I played the tutorial and showed off some of the features and really was boasting about all the wonderful details in this one that remind me a lot of like Myst. I don't know why, but if you remember some of the Iron Age or the Mechanical Age and some things from that game by I think it was Scion Worlds or Scion Interactive, something like that. But anyway, the folks over there made a wonderful game back in the 90s, and this just gives me that vibe, although this is fully functional in 3D. A lot of you were saying you also wanted multiplayer in this game, and I think that would be very cool. Imagine the havoc and the communication between multiple players, reading orders from high command, calculating shot trajectory and distance, loading shells, and all that kind of stuff. Be very interesting. Now, this is a demo that's not currently available on Steam, but let me go ahead and make you guys a real quick cup of coffee here. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get that poured up there real quick. And this game is all about levers and things like that, so let's go ahead and make a quick cup. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's the stuff. Ooh, that's going to be scalding. That is McDonald's tier. Oh, boy. Going to burn a lady's leg off. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Anyway, yeah, so I think we'll go through the tutorial for those of you who haven't seen it, and then we'll have ourselves a good time. It's also a chill mode and also a challenge mode where you can be ranked against other people on Steam. So, but the demo is not yet available, but it will be on Steam soon, and then you can just add it to your wish list and check out the Steam store page. So thanks to the devs for sending it over. It's kind of an impromptu out of the nowhere stream. I kind of enjoyed this one. Didn't have time to play it some more because I thought we were going to have to play another game called A Will Follow the Light more, but we beat that one early, which is great. So now we're going to be playing this one as well. Tiny Bookshop. I think there's videos, yeah, on the channel of that one. Definitely check the channel to see what we've been playing lately, and also exclamation point scheduled to see what we're going to play next. We also played another World War I simulator, although I believe this game takes place in an alternative 1920s Spain during the Spanish Civil War. That's like an alternate, like it seems like that's what's happening, but in a different time period. But we also played Dig In, which allows you to dig fortifications and, big trenches and things like that in World War I and set up guns and stuff like that. I hope to play that one some more as well. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started then. We'll play the tutorial and we'll take our time and really just go through everything if you haven't seen it, and should be a good time. So let's go. Step 1, read. Step 2, measure. Step 3, calculate. Step 4, load. Step 5, rotate. Step 6, elevate. Step 7, fire. All right, everybody got that? Cool. Excellent. Oh, we're already here. Seems very quiet. Let me turn up the audio. Ding. Okay, what do we got? We got our gas mask too. High command to Iron Nest. Iron Nest is operational. Calibration fire is ordered. Plot your firing trajectory to target on the map. Fire HE shell at the target. Iron Nest location. Okay, I'll have to read that a little later. Anyway, we are here. This is how big the gun is. So we have essentially a big old 800mm naval cannon mounted onto a spooter, which is pretty sweet. But we can wear the gas mask. Isn't that neat? And lots of lighting, too. I think we might be able to interact with that. Oh, yeah, you can turn on and off the lights. A lot of interactivity here. Very cool stuff. Let's put on the tunes. Banger. We'll listen to that until it drives me nuts. Oh, there's a safe. I bet this game's gonna have a lot of hidden stuff in it. So there is kind of a Papers, Please like story going on a little bit, where it's like, are you the good guys? Are you the bad guys? Are you a good guy or a bad guy? You may have choices. I think this is one of those games where it's like choices matter type thing. Anyway, we'll only be firing one gun in the tutorial because the other one's under tarps. So there's a few features that are restricted for the tutorial, but we'll get to all that stuff in a minute. Okay, so let's learn about the gun. So all those red areas are stations we can go to. So there's the receiver, which is where we learn what High Command is asking from us. Then there's the map where we can calculate what target we're going to be firing at. Then there's the calculator, which tells us how to fire. And then we need to load ammunition at the loader, which is 4L and 4R. And then we need to do our rotation, elevation, and then finally fire the gun. So that's cool. So what does high command want? We got our little notepad here too, so we can take notes. All right. High command to Iron Nest. Iron Nest is operational. Calibration fire is ordered. Plot your firing trajectory to target on the map. Fire HE shell at the target. Iron Nest location is Hotel 355. Target coordinates. Target 1 is at Quebec 442. Glory to Castile. And there's usually more information there, but that's about it as far as it goes. Okay, so we need to copy down some info. So we are here at 55. And we're firing at Q442. So they've already done us a solid for the first shot. We're going to be firing there. But in the future, we'll have to calculate everything on our own. Here's map icons for civilian or ally, blue, enemy, red diamonds. So infantry, recon, artillery, mechanized, fire director, and supply cache. So those are some targets we may hit from the enemy. We've got underground targets, which armor piercing will be required. We have high priority targets, additional requisition points, and then structure, which is a mobile, which is just a little black square. So there's that. Okay. Oh, and there's a little debris all over. This turret can like break apart. So there's like debris and stuff that's going to fall all over the sky from the from like above us and stuff, I think, in the future. Because like if you take damage or whatever, these steam valves, like, you know, will open up, obscure your vision, so you can close those. So it kind of simulates like damage and havoc. Let's take a look at the engine. This thing actually moves. So if you've played Wolfpack before, this will kind of be, this will give you those vibes, right? Like in Wolfpack, when you're operating the German U-boat, this is kind of like how you do your diving. It looks like that with your tanks. Then we got our engines here, which are running. And I like these lights too. Oh yeah, you can turn them on and off. I wish I could grab it. But when we fire, all these lights on chains are going to go flying everywhere. Cool. And then we have like a cruise quarters area in the front. Which I think it was here, yeah. So we're essentially like in the belly of the beast right now. So the big O gun is above us. And then down here is like all of our living quarters stuff. So we got our bed. Our bunks are down here. Got a map of España. España. So I think these might be missions we'll have in the future. Like there's the introduction mission. And then maybe you can choose like what path you go down. Like command will give you orders, and then maybe you could choose to obey or disobey those orders, or somehow do them differently. Maybe. So that's cool. Is this a diesel punk game? Yeah, I'd say so. Got that vibe. Got our shower. Bathroom facilities there. Even our cooking station, man. They put in a lot of details here. Hot and cold water. The two pipes, that's got to be hot and cold. And like a little prep kitchen here. It's pretty amazing, man. Some other devices. Some of these things might be usable later or change. That's cool. And then we have like clipboards for instructions at all the stations, but yeah, we'll go through everything. Okay, so oh yeah, we can turn off the lights. And oh wait, is that all the power? Oh, like the main breaker. Oh, maybe there'll be fuses and stuff in the future. Oh, I don't know. That'll be cool. All right, so step 1, high command. We got our orders there. So step 2 is the map. And here's some additional instructions on that. So measuring distance and bearing. Delete markers and corrections we can make too. So that's how all that stuff's going to look. So let's plop that down. Okay, so Iron Nest is here at Hotel 355. And our target is Q4 at 42. So with our red pencil, we're going to mark that target. So that's in the east at 42. That's dead center. So that's 8.9 kilometers away from us at 85.4 degrees. That's how far the turret will have to turn. So we've got that down now. Is this in anticipation of PVKK? Yeah, Planetenverteidigung Kanonen Kommandant is delayed now to 2027, but I really want to go to Gamescom and try their actual like physical cannon firing apparatus. That will be cool. All right, step 2 then is to go over here and calculate the shot. Step 3, I guess, right? So we've already read, we've measured, now we're calculating. So now we know. I wonder why there's 2. Wait, can I delete that number? Let me see. Okay, you can. All right, that's nice. So that's what we want to fire at is 85.4. But what's more important here is distance. So distance is 8.9 kilometers. So what they're telling us now is that in order to fire whatever shell we're firing, which we can't select in the tutorial, but essentially it's going to take 2 powder charges to fire the shell that far. So we need to step it up to 2 and then ask it to do the math on that. So elevation is 53.40. So we'll lock that in. And apparently it's empty, but whatever, it's just a test fire, I guess. Okay, so that's done. Is there a clipboard here for that? Oh, yeah. So step 1, input distance to target. Step 2, number of powder charges. And then calculate gun elevation. And I'm assuming it will also change the calculation based on the weight of the shell. So clearly an HE shell is going to weigh differently than a AP shell versus a like star shell, for example. New version of Battleship? Yeah, kind of. This would be great in PvP and multiplayer. And VR even. I'm sure some people would like to play this in VR. Okay, so now we've finished with that. So now we got to start selecting our shells. So select shell, ram shell, dispense powder charges, ram powder charges. And then it all automatically closes up, so that's good. Okay, so we're selecting our HE round standard burst load. So shells going in. She's whisper quiet. Doesn't even make a sound. Okay, and then according to this, we need 2 powder charges. They're like giant round bales. It's crazy. That's how much powder's in those things. Okay, let's ram those 2. So while you're waiting for all these animations to go on, after you throw that final lever to throw the powder in there, you can start doing your rotations. Or whatever you want to do. Well, you can't elevate, not while it's loading. Anyway, we need to rotate to 53.4. Well, that's the elevation, but our rotation is 85.4. So let's rotate. So the more you pull the lever, the faster it'll turn. But you can actually see out the window there. And it does seem like there's a simulated landscape around us too. Like when you look out the window, you can actually go up to that window and, well, you'll have to jump a little bit to look out there, but you can actually see like like hills and stuff like that. Pretty crazy. 85.4. We'll get close. Also, let me show you what happens if you goof up. So if you grab the wheel while the machinery is working, it's gonna like kind of quote unquote damage things. So this kind of like simulates damage either from us getting hit or from goofing up like that. So you can just turn those valves and that'll stop that. Anyway, we're at 84.1. We need to be 85.4. So let's do a little manual adjustment. Jay, are you in the chat? Would you like to play something like this, Arctic Jay? I'd like to see how you do in this one. I bet prior military experience. Jay was lobbing World War II era shells in Spain back in his youth. Apparently. I've heard lore. 53.4 is what we want for elevation. So here, you have to guess with the slider. So we're going to try to go for 50-ish. And then just tap her in. There's some PVKK. I'd be really excited. Yeah. We need more games like this because it's kind of more of a math puzzle game a little bit. But, oh, not bad. We're at 52.92. So we just got to tap her in. We're close. 53. Oh, actually 53.40 is what we're supposed to be at. Yay. Yay. Okay, so that should be good. So then all we got to do is fire, and then this shell... Oh, you can see the turret actually shows that it's facing the right direction. We can kind of also verify that we are aimed at least in the... We're at least kind of pointing the same direction. All right, we all ready to go? Okay, let's verify some things. Did we chat with High Command? We did. We got orders from High Command. We confirmed the shell type, which was HE. The bearing was confirmed. We've also confirmed our range. And the gun is now armed. Well, I guess now it is. Now she's armed. What does this do? Oh, that just hides the firing computer? Oh, and that brings the trigger away too. I wonder why. Yeah, this would be great in co-op. Imagine people shouting orders back and forth, and the chaos would be great. What is these? Oh, pressure system. Oh, that doesn't show that correctly. Left gun elevation. Oh, error. Oh, damn. We're gonna have to counteract for errors if you take damage and stuff. I had no idea that. Okay. Okay, let's fire in 3, 2, 1, fire. There goes the shell. This would be awesome in like with the Death Star or something like that. Some sort of a procedural fire simulator of any real or fictional weapon system would be interesting. Oh, what did we hit? Command's giving a green light. They're happy. Destroyed. Additional requisition. I think that's supposed to be granted, but it says granddad or granded. Little typo, no biggie. Wait, you hear somebody walking? Somebody's walking on top of the gun. They opened the turret and fired threw in a newspaper. So this is like this is where the papers please part comes in. It's like, okay, we did what High Command wanted us to do. They could never be wrong, right? But what it looks like is we fired at a civilian hospital, or next to a hospital right there. So we hit a red diamond civilian target, and also we maybe have accidentally, oops, killed friendly troops in a hospital as well. Or civilians. Oops. Monstrous strike on Mercy Ward. Official report, anti-monarchists detonated a bomb in the hospital's entry courtyard, murdering 163 and maiming over 300 citizens. A brutal atrocity meant to shatter the very heart of Castile. The attack occurred during visiting hours, which has been described by the king as, quote, particularly unsporting. So this says it's taking place on the 19th of December, 2027. The thing is, though, is this paper real? You know, like now you got to question everything. It's like, who's on our side? Is this a fictional paper from the enemy? Is this high command? This could go many different ways in the story, which is interesting. Wonder if we can look at those again later. New orders from High Command. High Command to Iron Nest. A hostile element has been identified within the city. Triangulate the target, position, and destroy it. Ordnance HE only. Note, check adjacent typewriter for field reports. Iron Nest is currently at Hotel 355. Observation assets. Spotter 1 at November 8, 78. Spotter 2 at November 1, 39. Glory to Castile. King Corp, Creek Corp, thank you very much for the 6 months, man. Wait, I didn't want that. I wanted this. Let's see. Target 1 bearing 90 degrees from spotter 1 and bearing 41 from spotter 2. Oh. There's crap all over the map now from us firing. Nuts and bolts are just falling all over the place. Okay, so we are still here. So spotter 1, we'll mark that in, I guess, green. Okay, so let's do... spotter 1 is at November 8. At 7-8. And spotter 2 is at November 1, 3-9. I guess marking those with 1 and 2 would be better, but whatever. You do whatever you want. You can create your own systems. You do you, Queen. All right, 3-9. HE only. Okay, so the target is... .90 degrees. And that's spotter 2. Spotter 1 is what we want 90 degrees at. And 41 from spotter 2. Which means the enemy target may be at... Tango 838. Okay, let's see how this works. Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. I wonder what these tokens will be for as well. I wonder if there'll be upgrades or something to trade. These seem like a weird currency for some reason. Maybe. Okay, so we have our information. So we're going to do HE at 12.93. And take 3 powder. Yeah, there's a store page for this one on Steam. Okay. Let's prepare to load. So HE only. Be kind of fun to goof around and see like what happens if we fire off other shells, just to see how the game responds, because it does seem like there is an element of not doing things the way you're supposed to for different results. At first you think, okay, I better do everything correctly. It was like that in Papers, Please, and then you're like, wait a minute, I can do things differently? Oh. Okay, so we need 3 powders. And RAM. $51.72. We'll let that do that while we turn. To 65.8. A little manual adjustment there. Oop. $51.72. Oh, that's the other one. Okay, let's see. Okay. Fire. Ooh, an error alert from High Command. Destroyed. Additional requisition granted. Initial... Oh, that was... Continue fire mission. Okay. We'll adjust. So 1 enemy civilian target destroyed. Seems to be a new target here, which we could destroy at 5-4. Yeah, that's out of date now, and so are these. Oh, actually, the other one was. Okay, but I'll just update that. There we go. That's interesting. Look at the map. Wow, it like obliterated multiple city blocks. That's crazy. Okay, distance is 1294. Recalculate. Oh. Okay, load HE. No hospital hit next time. We'll see. We'll see. Death Star in range. We do. It does feel like we're in the Death Star. There is a vibe of that, yes. Those Death Star aesthetics are interesting. All right, we got to go up a little bit to 76. 5176. Okay. All right. Sweet. Let's see. Target 2 destroyed. Target 3 destroyed. Target 1, 2, and 3 destroyed. Yes, okay. All right. Oh, this was from before, too. Target destroyed. Reconnaissance photos transmitted to additional hostile elements have been identified in the recon photo to destroy both before proceeding, which we did. New thing. High Command to Iron Nest. Targets destroyed. Phase 1 complete. A second fire mission is now authorized. High Command orders starbursts over the Royal Palace. Ordnance star shell only. This is a non-combat operation. Procedure: fire in the vicinity of the coordinates below. A ground observer will mark corrections directly on the impact recon photos. Adjust and repeat fire until High Command confirms satisfactory burst position. Yellow numbers equal distance from the impact point to the target. Yellow arrows direction from the impact point to target. Approximate illumination coordinates bearing 260 from spotter number 1. Distance 5.32 kilometers from spotter 1. Glory to Castile. Fireworks time. Let's see. All right, let's get all that information updated. Okay, so new mission. So I think our spotters stay in place. So we can do a little stuff here. Use a high explosive shot. I mean, we could fire an explosive round at the palace instead and see how that changes things. We'll be good for now, though. We'll behave. But you're right. What happens if we disobey? Well, our target will be somewhere. We'll figure that out. Okay, so spotter 1 bearing 260. But the distance is... Oh, actually, they give us a distance, too. Well, actually, let's recalculate that. So it's about 5.32 kilometers. Really? Hold on a second. I think this is... Hold on. Let me double check that. That is correct. That's old information down there. Okay, so they didn't give us anything new there. Okay. So all I need is that from the top. I thought this page would blank itself out, but I guess not. Okay, 260. I 32. It's approximate, so... And we're firing shells the size of freight trains, so, you know... She'll be aight. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You get the pencils once you've marked. Or enter the map screen. We'll do 4-9, I guess. Uh, 11.4. Let's send her way far. That's the degrees, but I want to see what happens for the correction. I'm going to use the same number. Because this won't be the target anyway. .46 is the distance, yeah. But I'm using the bearing just to fire it because it won't be the target regardless. And I want to see what happens because I know it's going to go up there. And I wonder if also it'll go off map, which I want to see. Whoa, that is a big O. Guys, I think I broke it. Just kidding. So that's where we're supposed to fire. I want to see what happens if we fire where we were before, but like further. And in fact, I think this will go off the map because the illumination is much lighter. Oh, also, there's this thing too, which shows us what the blast radius of like an AP round, an HE round, and an HCHE round will be. Okay, so they're telling us it's 15 kilometers that away. So then we could mark like 15 kilometers from here what the target could be as well. Although I don't even know if that shell landed. Oh, it didn't go off the map, actually. So that distance would be about... here? Somewhere around there is the target, actually. So now let's do it the way they want it. I wanted to see how the triangulation would go that way, so we used our bearing before, but now this is 4-6. Oh, by the way. And it should be 1 powder? Yeah. Okay, we'll take the 53. All right, we should be good. So 53.52. So I hope we have more star shells. We do. Yep. Okay, so then we adjust for 53.52. So that should be the additional change, and then I think it'll just tell us like maybe 4 or 5 kilometers that way. So now it should tell us that further. Prepare to fire. So stand by for further adjustment. Bing. 431. I actually could use the yellow pencil on that. I'm going to clear all the information then when it's done. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so approximately here, maybe. Let's see. 556, okay. Good. All right, start. What looks like our last round. And we could always use HE. All right. Bearing 3221. Uh, 33.36. Okay, let's see. Funsies points. Now, truth be told, I think it's somewhere around here. But it might be here too. I think it's up here. Oh, just north a little bit more. Oh, it literally shows you now. If you get close enough, I think it just reveals for the tutorial. Uh, 324. Okay. All right, 591 at 2. Oh, good. They gave us another courtesy shell. Three two 4.8. Elevation 3540. View. What's up, Silence Gaming? Thank you very much for the 200 bits. The turret is at the location that's a arrow here. So we're at 5.5. This is just a big model to show you where it is. Dude, misfire. Just kidding. Boy, I hope that was a star round, teehee. Green light from command. We did it. The king looks pleased with the last one. High Command Iron Nest. Starburst position confirmed satisfactory. Fire mission complete. Stand down until further orders. Glory to Castile. Another newspaper. A night of celebration marred by atrocity. How many times must we turn down... Oh, in the middle. An evening set aside to honor the general's continued pursuit of peace. The anti-monarchists remind us all that no such pursuit concerns them. Their only correspondence arrives when written in the blood of innocence. Oh, so the king is giving an award to a guy. And we're providing fireworks for the greatness. Also, I think there's a stroller for sale. there's like the classifieds or whatever, the ad section. Oh, we're moving. We're going somewhere. We're moving. This machine's walking. High Command to Iron Nest. The city is to be cleared of hostile elements. Destroy 5 hostile infantry units within the designated urban sector. Note, requisition console is authorized for ammunition and powder charge procurement at your discretion. Ah, that's what the coins are for. Repositioning complete, so we've now moved. We're at Hotel 636. We have 3 spotters. Check adjacent typewriter for field reports. Repositioning to Iron Nest, H6363 kilometers outside of Ciudad Real. Repositioning complete. Intelligence incomplete. Believed active in friendly urban sectors. Intelligence incomplete. Believed active in friendly urban sectors. These are our targets. Infantry 1, 2, and 3 from spotter 1, 2, or 3. Oh boy. Who's driving this thing? Chat was driving. Chat's in charge. I just work here. All right. Let's see. Let's grab our intel. Let's see. Repositioning complete. Start with that. Put our initial things down. All right. Let's actually clear the table. Oop. I think that clears Iron Nest as well. Nope. Okay. Let's see. We are now at Hotel 6. I wish we could have stayed at Hotel 8, but this will do. Hotel 636. Spotter 1. I think I'll start using... Yeah, I'll use green for these, I guess. Hotel 9. 20. 76. Spotter 2. Kilo 5. 20. Spotter 3. Echo 1. 07. Okay, that's where we're at. Let the chair fire around? Okay. Sure. Our the firing chair is so wimpy. Look at this. It's like your barber... It's like a doctor's chair when they like... Well, hell, those don't even have a back to them, but they're even nicer than that if they did. Subpar equipment from Command. All right, our targets are Infantry 1. Infantry 2. Oh. So Infantry 4 and 5, we don't know where they're at. But we'll start with these 3 targets for now where we do know where they're at. All right, so... work on target 1. Give them both barrels? Oh, can I? Oh, yeah. All right. Second barrel is now operational. Yep. And we can now select the type of ammunition. Okay. Use star rounds first. We could. We have to buy those. But let's see what we got for ammunition, actually. That might be a good plan. Oh, we got nothing. We're all out. Oh, rotating those barrels. We're leaking steam somewhere. Oh, we can buy HE shells, 20 powdered charges, 1 AP shell, and a star shell. Card slot. Coins must be for something similar to this, then. Must be below that it's steaming. Anyway, so we are looking for... Infantry 1 is bearing 239 of spotter 1. $239. $271 from spotter 2. Okay, so that should be here. Use a glitter round. That'll never come out. Yeah, that'll teach the enemy. Actually, that's a little... Where's that line crossing here? I think it's crossing there. I'm just going to toss her there. Okay, we're up here now. That's where we believe the first enemy is. We could fire off a star round and then have the second one fire off. Yeah, I mean, but then again, who knows? Like maybe the enemy could be in many different positions. But based on those coordinates of 2, 3, 9, like we're going to be firing on this city here for the most part, I think. Well, let's just go with that. Okay, so firing HE. Bearing to target. HE. Bearing. Oh, are we accounting for like wind and stuff now? Yeah, you can fire 2 rounds at once. Like, I'm assuming what you might be able to do is maybe there's a way to like fire an AP shell or something to crack open the top of a bunker or something. Then they're going to want you to hit it with an HE round or something right after. Something like that. Bearing is 2, 5, 8. .6. What is target? Oh, maybe in the future we'll have to actually calculate for these things. Wouldn't the target be infantry? Which I believe is that symbol, correct? Infantry, right? Recon is 1/. All right, anyway, HE. So now we have to buy that. Do I have powder? Oh, we have 86 in powder storage. Okay. Oh, look at that. Got to worry about the pressure, too, in some of these other systems. Oh, wait, the range is 712. I'll recalculate that. Easy. And then, I think we gotta go buy artillery shells. Add HE shells cost 3. What is that? Oh, left. Oh, you can buy per magazine. Oh, what the hell? Really? Did it bind? Just one. Just one in the port side gun. So every time we do that, we got to go through the whole animation of pulling that card down and selecting the angle and all that. Oh boy. We can buy another one if we want. Oh, it just magically goes in there. Okay. Okay. HE. $258. And 4272. Auditing system. Here we go. Oh darn, we hit some friendlies. So if we would have fired in 4-3, maybe they would have survived, but then we probably would have hit a hospital. Maybe. There's a chance. At least we didn't hit that, I guess. A little silver lining. Well, let's see what it says. Ceasefire, friendly civilian 16 destroyed. Direct hit, infantry 1 destroyed. Okay. Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah, armor piercing can be more precise. That's true, yep. Mm-hmm. How much would that be? Three as well. Let's see what an armor piercing round looks like. Hardcore penetration for armored targets. We'll have to see how that works. Use spotter rounds. Well, chat, you're starting to come up with a lot of really expensive solutions here. I mean, human life is cheap. These weapons are expensive. But you know what's easier than that, chat, is here's what we do. You rewrite that story. Put it in the propaganda. We made a propaganda story for the propaganda department. Very small picture versus very big picture. I think very big. Hey, we know where this other target is, though. And that other one, too. Okay. So now we can hit them. Let's do that. So that revealed their locations. So we could try AP on that one. Chat's lucky, though. They're the same price. I think they're on sale. Because we have AP for 3 and HE for 3. So let's recalculate. Fine, chat. If you want to save lives, fine. Target, yeah, infantry shell type is going to be AP. Tear gas. Oh, you're going to be able to like break up riots and stuff like that. Tear gas, maybe phosphane gas. Smoke round, star round, HE, HCHE, AP, and empty. Maybe there'll be more ammo types in the future. Bearing 262.7. Okay. Yeah, we're working for the Ministry of Peace. That's correct. Where we deal with war. Yeah, this is 1927, so it's like maybe a World War I like situation's going on, but the technology is like World War II. It's fictional, so it's just 20s, 30s, and 40s. You wonder when they're going to hit back? There is something like that. There's a challenge mode where over here on this actually is a computer here. That hatch will open, and it'll tell you like time to counterfire. So you'll need to reposition so the enemy can't triangulate you to know where you're firing from. So that's a thing. Okay, 43.44. Okay, that's good. 262.7, good. AP loaded, good. Yes, this here will show you how large the blast radius is for HE and AP and stuff. We covered this a little bit earlier. So if everything's right, it should only damage that rather than that. If we fired HE, it would maybe obliterate all that stuff, maybe. So it helps you kind of decide on what you want to use. Chat wants to use the expensive stuff. Fire. Personally, I believe the friendly infantry and or targets just helps the narrative, which keeps the war effort up a little bit. Wow, that even killed them too. Faulty equipment from command. That'll be part of our lawsuit. Oh. All right, A4 should be okay to hit with AP. Not sure you're supposed to miss them then. We could probably have hit... yeah, it's a good... If we hit here at 1-7 and the target friendly location is at like 2-7, then maybe we should hit 0-7, then would have killed at 1-7. But it doesn't seem like that would have been a guarantee. I mean, I don't know. What I would assume that... what it would be safe to assume then is that AP would obliterate one square. So just make sure all other squares around it are clear. So if you're trying to hit 6-5, then make sure everything around 6-5 is clear. Or you fire one adjacent. So if there's an enemy at 6-5 and a friendly at 6-4, then you hit like 6-6. Maybe that's a good way to do that. But, you know, again, perfect for the propaganda department. It's all good. All right, let's do it one more again. We got to buy more AP, I think. Well, this time... yeah, we'll fire AP again. And then let's get ready with the line. And they seem to be at 1-9. Okay, AP distance is 3-8. To calculate. Bro, this shell is frickin' hardcore, dude. Of all the shells, this one's probably the most hardcore. U-190 submarine. Welcome, dude. Let's go. We do want to make sure we hit this one accurately, though, because they are opening a new McDonald's at 1-7 on the river. So we want to make sure we don't damage that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wait a minute. That number's the same. The number should be 5-6. .4. And then that should be 4428. Let's see. The blast indicator radius is slightly off. Needs a few notches to the right indicated notch to account for the crater impact zone. Oh, this tool's not so accurate then? Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine then. So this tool is not currently accurate. So then I guess maybe we'll assume AP is maybe a little larger. See, there you go. High command lying to us again. Intelligence, not so intelligent. Damn you, high command. That's fine. You may fire when ready. Alright, please avoid the McDonald's. Please avoid the McDonald's. D for McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Alright, that's not too bad. Okay, so now we don't know where the other targets are, right? So which ones do we destroy? Oh, what's up? Wait, what? Recon flight. Forward observers report a probable enemy ammunition cache across the river. Priority target designated. Oh, let's change targets. Conduct recon flight over grid P4. Confirm position and then neutralize it with AP ordnance. Recon plane requisition card has been issued. Oh, we get to call in like support and stuff. Present card at requisition console to authorize overflight. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So let's grab another AP shell. Then let's grab a recon flight. Does that say request scout plane fly over location? Bearing A1. Oh, we have to mark. Oh, we have to know what it is beforehand. So where do they want us to do the flight? Grid P4. Okay. Wait, how? Nothing we can really do with the bearing. I wonder if we'll hear the plane. So enemy supply could be a Papa 4? Oh, they already... Okay, it was like immediate. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we can just fire on that right away. Um, 806. Bearing 107. Point 1. Actually, it's that's marked as infantry. I don't know if that would matter. In terms of its calculation, I'm not sure if that would actually matter. Let's see if that actually would change the... Oh, look at that. Civilian riot. So that's what tear gas is for. Also, what kind of a target is that? Okay, it looks like a little police siren. I guess it just changes the... Gameplay-wise, I wonder what that would be for. Maybe for a full auditing system to keep you under pressure while you're firing shells and getting shot at. I mean, you'd be having incoming fire and you'd have to work all your stuff correctly while having extra added paperwork on top of it, which would add to the stress. Okay, anyway. That should be fine then. Well, let's do AP. For the court-martial after the war, yeah. Or we'll be a decorated hero. Think about all the decorations. Okay, this is driving me nuts. We got to, I gotta find where that leak's coming from. I knew it was down here. Is there another one? Place is falling apart, yeah. As we fire, those steam things are firing off. Plus, sometimes there's like screws and like nuts and bolts and stuff that fall onto the CIC table. What is that? Oh, enemy neighborhood. Yeah, co-op in this would make it game of the year. Jeff Keighley would, he'd give it a high praise like he would for High Guard. Isn't that right, Jeff? All right, 40. Oh, you can actually lock. Oh, that's cool. I like how you can freely stand at a station and interact with it, or you can lock in at a station too. I mean, that's pretty nice that you can just stand here. I kind of like getting a little closer so I can just see. I don't know. That's nice. Okay, so 4836. $1071. Wait, 107. 1071. Okay, 1071. 4836. Okay, good to go. We could do the paperwork, but it's fine. You know, what'd be really cool is if we look out that door, if we look out the window, and we can see the ammunition dump going up. Well, hell, by the time this window opens, the target will be... This window takes like 45 minutes to open, dude. Well, it would be cool if you could see a plume of smoke or like a mushroom cloud or something from a An ammunition dump, you know. Okay. Hi, Command's happy. M750, thanks again for the 65 months, dude. Welcome to all our members and subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, what'd that say? Cache destroy. Well executed. 2 hostile infantry units remain in urban sector. Complete their destruction in detail. Ammo cache destroyed. Additional requisition Grandad. Thanks, Grandad. He'll tell you about his war. Okay, so that's dead to death. Cool. Bloop. That was fun. Okay, so now we don't know where the other ones are. So let's get rid of this and this and this. I don't even know if these were ones that were on... These two may have been unknown until we shot at them, but I don't know. So 4 and 5. Okay, so 3 is gone. 1, 3, and 2 were destroyed. So 4 and 5, still we don't know where they are. Believed active in friendly urban sectors. Is there a way to roll this back? I guess we don't need to. Might have to use a star round to search for them. Or maybe we could use the recon flight again. But we'd only be able to use that in each individual square. Alright, what's our plan, chat? What should we do to find where the enemy is? We have star rounds, but I don't know if that... I mean, we have recon flights we can use too. Believe active in friendly urban sectors. So I guess it's safe to assume that they must be here somewhere in the city. So what do we do? What if you loaded 2 barrels? What would Big Command say to that? I mean, you could always have another barrel ready to go to skip the loading process. Like you could have this one be HE or like star rounds or something ready to go. So what should we do? Scout all the blue areas? Okay. So let's figure out what that is then. It looks like they were in the far west before, so maybe we should scout out the rest of Alpha? Because they might just be here, we just don't know it, but I feel like it would have revealed where they were after our first shot. I don't know. How much is one plane? Let's see. 20 RC. And a star shell is 1. But I think this thing can also do an entire, like, row or line. P1 to P9, maybe not. But it goes up to 10. Wait a minute. Let's look at this again. It goes all the way up to T from A. So we have to choose either A1 through A9. Looks like it scouts 1 square at a time. Maybe so. I don't know how to either do a column or how to do 10. And the bearing might be for other types of other support. Maybe we can get mortar rounds or something. I don't know. Yeah, A1's down there. So it only goes up to A9. So that means we can only do these rows here. With bearing 0. I don't think it goes to 0, does it? I don't know. We could just try a star round. I mean, it's only 1 point. We just see what happens. So let's fire that maybe... Okay, so there were 3 enemies here, right? 2 of them were here, so maybe we'll fire in the middle of this area here. Let's fire at 5-5. Oh, wait a minute. The plane did give other options, though. Wait a minute. If we can choose a bearing. Oh, but would that be a bearing from our position, though? Like, if would they fly over us and then scout everything between us and that position? Set bearing 0, A1. Bearing of the recon flight. Hmm. 90 degrees is east. Yeah, so like if we did... Well, I'm wondering like how many photos we would get from that, because we did do 1 recon flight and we got exactly what we were looking for. I'm not sure. But let's just do a star round. And we'll just see how that works. It's only 1 point. If it works, it works. If not, we can do the plane. Make 2. Uh, 252.9. Did I buy a star round? I think so. Did we not? I'll just have to pull the lever. That's all good. And then the target was infantry. Although I don't think that matters, really. Not at the moment. Okay, let's buy a star round. All right, getting ready to fire up. We're going to rip and dip, baby. Whee! Go back a little bit. $252.9, $42.48. So I wonder if like a star round directly in the middle of a grid square would actually give us like a whole recon flight. It takes time to do that, but you'd save a lot of points, man. Depending on its radius. Oh, damn, that gave us a hell of a lot of... Wow, we were able to see all the way down here? Damn. Well, hell, that's like... you know, like 2 grid squares away. No enemies, though? Wait a minute. That's showing us that... What does that say? 217 point... Wait, it's pointing up here. Is that where the enemy is? Charlie 6? No, wait, that says 2 point... Wait, what? Is that 2.78 kilometers here? Well, I still don't know where the target is then. So maybe they're at Charlie 6. We have to scout again, I think. So they're telling us that possibly enemy activity there. So let's fire another star round there. And then let's get rid of that. Okay, new intel. She's at 517. Uh, 171. Point 0. Star rounded infantry. Standing by. Prepare to fire. Powder 1, powder 2. Initiate RAM. DDR5. DDR5, okay. It's like the tongs when you're out grilling. 271. Bearing 271. Elevation 31. $31.2. Oh yeah, you're right. We could use one gun for the scouting. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn, we were spot on where they were, too. Now, how the hell... Okay, so now this is going to be a problem. If we fire AP, we know AP does a hell of a lot more damage than this thing tells us. So the line for AP is there. I went a little bit larger, so if we fire around, we got to fire in like 1.7. Because the splash damage on that's going to probably damage multiple squares around. Actually, it might do more than that. Because we fired AP here to try to get a minimal blast radius and still killed friendlies. Oof. I like that idea, though, Chad, of having one gun for recon and the other one for lobbing the pain. The pain lobber. Technical term. Alright, let's fire at 1.7, I think. And let's try Alpha Papa on that one. Okay, so new bearing is 271. Wait, no way. Yeah, okay. It remains unchanged because we were pretty much spot on, right? Okay. But a change in distance because of us trying not to kill friendlies. God, I hope this works. Okay. Load Alpha Papa. Charge 1, charge 2. Ram. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There could be a weight difference here. Hold on. No change. Fire the U cannon. U! HE on infantry. If I use an HE shell that's 800 millimeters, that thing is going to level about 1/10 of that whole square. So I'm trying to use a surgical strike. And it worked. Alright, well done. So there's the crater, and it killed all the men next to it. Without damaging whatever the hell that was. I think that's a Radio Shack. Or possibly a Boston Market. God, if we would have lost the Boston Market, would have been war over, boys. We would have had to surrender. Okay, so now we need another one. So, chat, let's do the star system. I like that one. We'll call it Star 69. Nice. Remember that? Remember, chat? Remember? You remember Star 69, remember? So we'll prepare right gun with star rounds. Left gun will be for pain. We'll load another AP because they're fun. HE is probably going to be good for hitting maybe like a moving target or just like an enemy base or something. I mean, it's like a tactical nuke. Okay, so right gun. And does this have powder too? Do they share powder? Yeah, okay. They do. Okay, so we don't know where the next target is. Is this a real weapon? Yes, this is a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. So if the enemy was up there... We fired a round here. Let's fire another round, maybe. Above the railroad tracks or whatever this is. Highway may. Oh, actually, look. You know, it's a modern roundabout. I don't think they had that in 1927, but I'll pretend I didn't see that. You think Bravo 9? All right, let's fire at Bravo 9. We'll fire at 5-5 in the middle. At Bravo 9. Okay, Bravo 9, Star Shell. At 643. Chad, you having fun? You having a good time? Are you liking this game? What do you guys think about this game? Like, what are your thoughts? Like, when you look at this game, like, what do you think? Like, super detailed, fun, eerie, tense? I certainly kind of feel a little like... I feel like even though this is a massive structure we can walk around, this feels about as small as when you play the submarine simulators or even like a tank sim. Actually, I'll say more like a sub. It is way bigger than a sub, but it really feels like a submarine. Except we get to lob shells, which is a little nicer than using that damn torpedo calculator from Wolfpack. We never can get it right, but damn it, we try. Okay, I'll get rid of that. Looks fun. I think it's a cool game. I just want multiplayer for the bickering and the arguing when somebody gets something wrong. That'll be great. Like, God, I told you, dude, fire AP. What the hell, man? You know, that'll just be fun. Be like, no, you told me to fire AP the next time. Well, that next time is now. Okay, 296. Needs multiplayer. Yeah, I think it'll only help this game. I think it'll only be a good thing. I think for now, me, forcing myself to learn these things in each position is good. I think the thing I'd really want to do is I would like to do all the intel stuff. Like, I'd like to go over to this. If we were playing multiplayer and everybody had a role, I'd like to figure out what High Command wanted and then like chart it all out on the map. And then hand that information off to somebody to do the calculations. Hell, I mean, I wonder how many people... Well, I guess there's like, what, 7 stations? But one of the stations is literally just pulling the trigger. But you could definitely have somebody do 1 and 2. Somebody do calculations. And maybe acquisitions, too. The calculation guy could also do maybe the load guy. Now, you should have your calculator also be in charge of munitions and figure out what they need. Then the loading guy, he's got to work 2 guns and rotate between multiple ammunition types. So that might be one job right there, just because that takes a bit to rotate the barrels, load the shells, and then also load powder and ram all that in. That could just be one job altogether. And you could have an elevation and rotation guy, and then maybe the guy who's reading just pulls the trigger at the end, like to confirm that everything's accurate. That'd be the guy with the most responsibility, you know? Because if somebody's reading what High Command wants, getting the measurements wrong and then passing it off to the calculator, that's all on 1 and 2. Like 4, 5, 7 would have nothing to do with that. Or at least the roll. Okay, anyway, let's... Are we done here? I need to calculate some more, right? 296.5 at 643, okay. And then that's a star round. Yeah, we're firing a star round at infantry. Challenge mode's a lot more intense. Yeah, there is right now we're kind of in the chill mode, but there is a mode where this will become a countdown timer, and then you have to move and you have to get shot at and all that stuff. Like there's a lot of panic. A lot of panic. All right, star shell on right gun. Now we're doing things a little differently. Let me double check our numbers here. So we got I can't see what that at the bottom. 296.43, 296.5. Wait a minute. Did I put that in right? Oh, 296. Sorry, I was thinking 69 from star 69. It was funny. I laughed. 69.5. $96.5. That's a good one. And then, okay, that's not going to matter. 2 charges. Now we got to aim the right gun. Okay. There's a way to link both the guns together. So you can actually make it so these both are elevating at the same time. Cool. Anyway, the elevation is 38. I'll put it somewhere around there for now. Rotation's 296. Hey, do you guys think if Paradox published this game, would we have to pay for every shell? Or would we get like a munition bundle? Real world prices for simulated destruction. How fun. Uh, 58. 58, 296.5. Now, if this is the target, well, before we even fire, let's get another AP ready to go for the other gun. This will get ready to take out the infantry once we find them. And then I'm not sure how far we got to elevate it, but I'm just going to put it close to the other one so we can, so there's not too much adjustment to it. This game's really fun. I mean, it's all just kind of a procedural thing, which is fun. Oh, we know where they are, chat. We found them. We know where they are. All right, I'm going to use AP again, and I'm going to fire there. I think there's a low chance that we'll bop anybody else. Okay, so it's infantry this time with an AP round. AP. Target is 723. 300 meter, 300 range, whatever, 300 bearing. 0.5. .38. 300.5. Well, let's see what happens. Target destroyed. Racking up the chips. Oh, new newspaper. Did we do good, or did we just kill a bunch of random rioters? AKA peaceful protest, maybe. Who knows? The Royal City reclaimed. Royal City is restored to the crown this morning as the general drives the anti-monarchist occupation from its streets. The city, His Majesty the King, was pleased to learn it is almost majority intact, I'm sure. Castle calls, you will answer. The general's artillery observation units have been credited as the decisive advantage in the liberation of Ciudad Real. Marking what military observers are calling the first genuinely practical application of aircraft in warfare. Oh, they show a little... Is that a helicopter? That image is like a weird helicopter plane thing. All right, interesting. Oh, by the way, if anybody needs cellar deepening and reinforcement, there's an ad here for it. Also, there's a home for sale. And you are trust to what you're told. Roof gone, work in the sun. Wow, all this... These are like newspaper articles out of frickin' Anno 1800. Oh, we're moving. We're moving. This beast is moving. God, I hope we're moving, not getting shot. It moves, yeah. It's got some big old legs. It's like a big spider tank. It's like a mech. High Command to Iron Nest. The operation has now entered its active phase. Enemy forces have deployed artillery across the river in response to recent activity. This was anticipated. Prioritize elimination of all identified artillery assets. Destroy what remains in detail. Be prepared. Counter battery timer will commence once first shell lands. Repositioning complete. Iron Nest is at Hotel 805. Observational assets are listed. So once we fire, they're gonna fire back at us. That's fun. Counter battery will commence once you fire your first shell. Okay, so now adding multiple shells to the gun is going to be important. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can move. Let's buy AP maybe. AP seems to be safer. And then we might want to do star as well. Now they said once the first shell lands, so I wonder if Star Shell is immune to that. First shell you're watching, welcome, dude. All right, let's figure out if we're in the right spot. So we're now at Hotel 805. Okay, friendly spotters are at Mike 10 or 7. Spotter 2, Kilo 593. And Kilo 174. Okay, spotter 1, bearing 159. Spotter 2, bearing 100. You doubt this rig is hard to stop? Bro, we've disguised it as a Costco. Nobody would ever know we're here. They'll look over, they'll just see a Costco with just two giant barrels sticking out of it, and it'll be like, that's standard procedure. Okay, let's see. So we probably think it's here, maybe. Okay, next is Artillery 2. Spotter 1 says it's 133. Let me get this thing out of the way. And spotter 3 says it's 44. Bearing 44. And the third target, distance, Artillery 3 distance from 3 is 9. So now we're doing distance with this third artillery, so it's now... Distance is 9 from spotter 3. I'm guessing based on the other 2 targets, it's probably somewhere over here. So this is spotter 3. Distance is 3. Let me check here. Whoop. Distance from spotter 3. This one we might have to search out with a star shell, so we could probably do that. Wait, what the hell's that? Can I use this? Oh damn, we can use a compass. Thank God. Okay, I thought what they wanted us to do was use the star shell. Thank God, I did not see the compass. Although the star shell could be a great opportunity though to make sure. If we fire a star shell, hold on, let me check this real quick. When we fired a star shell over here, that gave us like a 3... Like if we fired at Bravo 5 in the middle, I'm pretty sure that a star shell would let us see 1 block all over. So if we needed to, we could definitely confirm these targets first and then reload. But I think... Do we have the airplane as well? Yeah, we can use the plane, but anyway, let's go back to compass. How do I delete the compass marker? There we go. Anyway, all right, so Charlie is spotter 3 at 9.8 kilometers. Yeah, if we fire the star shell, well, now, they say when it impacts, so I guess just when the shell pops off. So it's at 9.8 kilometers. Okay. And then Bravo... No, spotter 1, Alpha, 5.72. Okay. Okay, so if we use an HE round, but chat, we could use an HCHE round. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's actually that's a little too big for that. There we go. I don't know if we'd be able to hit that with that round. I don't know. Could be friendlies though. Yeah, but think about the propaganda for the War Department, though, chat. Remember. Star shell first, you think? I don't know how much time we would have. HCHE won't pen bunkers. I think this is like towed artillery. I don't know if this is like hardened emplacement artillery. I don't know. HE just seems like a better option, honestly. I think we just try to hit them and, you know, hit it and quit it, gentlemen, all right? If we don't hit it, then we'll just tell the enemy, stop, quit it, stop. And then we'll just have peace. Maybe. Well, you could be right. Like, what we could do is fire an AP shell to try to destroy, as well as a star shell right afterwards to correct. So what we could do is 2 APs to see, and then fire one more. Oh, but it's gonna, you got to account for that time that the gun's got to come back down, be reloaded with powder in the shell, and then be brought back up into firing position, which is like. Spotters are not providing enough information. Yeah, but it's like war. We want to win, but we don't want to spend a lot of money. So High Command went all in on a big old fancy gun, probably from the Germans, and was like, "Yep, that's probably good, bud." Okay, anyway, let's do some stuff here. Let's get ready to shoot. I think we'll just do AP and hope for the best. Maybe we should do a star shell, but maybe our spotters are actually accurate. Maybe. We'll just hope for the best. Okay, so let's do 94. .4 at 10.929 kilometers. 3 powder. Oh, and we're firing an artillery. It's still, this is an infantry marker, but it just doesn't seem to make a difference. So the target marker kind of just. This would be useful, I guess, in multiplayer, if that was a thing, and then people would know what target you were targeting. Anyway, that doesn't matter too much, the symbol. So let's get gun 1 ready with AP. Oh yeah, PvP where you fight against another nest. That'd be cool as hell. Alright, all good. Let's do bearing at 94. You sank my battleship. All right, now before we fire that, let's get the next one ready. We'll fire directly next to that one. All right, distance is 939. AP. .4. Okay. AP round ready to go. Okay, 56. .34. Okay, and then all right, let's calculate the third one and get that ready to go. As much as we can. Can we just have a third barrel right now? Can we just like grow an extra one? That'd be cool. Uh, 116.5 AP. And that's what the next one will be on, probably barrel 1. When we get that ready. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Wait a minute. There's our bearing for number 298.4. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. 98.4. Crazy out here. The numbers we need are at the bottom of the thing. You. Not me, you. You. They're firing at us in 200 seconds. It looks like we killed 2 artillery. Let's see if we can get the 3rd one, boys. Gun elevation error is a nice touch. Some of you may need to see a doctor or possibly a priest about that. Target destroyed. Counter battery assets destroyed. 4 hostile units remain across the river. Consolidate the sector, destroy remaining elements, and stand by. We did it, boys. We did it. Don't worry about this will buff out. That's fine. I got a little excited with the wheel. That was awesome, man. Get the heart pumping, the blood flowing. That was good. You did a good job, Raptor. You should be commended for what you did. You did everything that was needed. How come I never see those comments? Oh, you didn't. You should. Give me some credit, chat. Come on. 2-year-olds watching. Oh hell yeah. Gotta learn about big O guns someday. Okay, so now there's more assets across the river. So what? These targets? AP. Infantry. How many is there? 4. What did this say? Okay. Oh wait, I got more granddads. Hell, oh damn, we got a budget, y'all. Okay, wow, that was amazing. No pressure at all, though. Fantastic job. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate a little pat on the back. Appreciate it. Appreciate the auditing, but appreciate the pat on the back. Appreciate it. Units across the river. Okay. So there are 4. Although I don't really see a river. Is that a river? That's a river. Okay, let's clear the table. I'll reset all this stuff up again because it's getting messy. Why is that arm stuck? Is that broken? Oh, that's a graphical glitch, I believe. There's 2 of these arms. Oh, damn. Wow. I fired so effectively. I was so good at my job, I broke the game. Never before in the history of artillery has anybody been able to summon 2 of these robot arms and break the game. Hell, this one's not even plugged in. That's how good I was. Oh my god. Look at that. Game couldn't even keep up. Couldn't even keep up with the effectiveness. Wow. Devs, take notes.
One of the best World War II RTS ever. Ruse is back on Steam. Will you play?
What's up, Thomas? Thanks for the 5. Yeah, we put up a video today on Ruse. And we might play Ruse tomorrow. Yeah, 2 cannons, 2 arms. I get it, Chad. I was trying to be part of the ministry department, the propaganda department. Come on, Chad. You can see the 2 different gears. I didn't think Chad would notice. Somebody noticed, though. You can see the 2 rack and pinion steering things going on. Damn it, Chad. I wonder what these will be for. I don't know. Okay, so what should we do? A star shell? Actually, is there a button to reset those? Wait, what? Ruse is back? Chad, do you guys not sub to the channel? Yeah, Ruse is back on Steam. Everybody, okay, everybody, make sure you subscribe to the chat. Everybody, put a 1 in the chat. If you can't chat in the chat, it means you haven't subbed. You got to put a 1 in the chat. We got a video up on the channel about Ruse being back on Steam. It's popping off, baby. Here, I'll drop a link for it in the chat. Ruse, after being off of Steam for like 6 years, I don't know what happened, but maybe Ubisoft's publishing license or something expired. There, check that out. Pop a 1 in the chat if you sub, because you're missing out on some amazing games. If you like this, if you like Ruse, we cover all these things, man. But Ruse, after like 6 years, is back on Steam, and they also dropped some updates for it. Notably, there's just some of the updates to like fix achievements and some other stuff related to multiplayer or whatever. But we probably should play multiplayer Ruse. So if you'd like to play with us or against us, we'll probably play that in the future. So do subscribe. Ruse is awesome. Very cool. Ruse is like the great-great-grandfather of like European Escalation, Airland Battle, Red Dragon, Steel Division 2, Warno, and even Broken Arrow, and any of those map games that look like that. Ruse is awesome. Also, they did make a game called Active Aggression that kind of bombed, Eugen did, but I still think it's cool. I think Active Aggression is still pretty cool, the fact that they tried. Okay, so we know where there's 3 elements. 1, 2, 3, and there's got to be a 4th one. Should we just should we fire a celebratory artillery shot? Let's do that. Let's celebrate, chat. Let's do a little celebration. And I think maybe we should just fire over the middle here, because if these 3 are close, maybe the 4th one's nearby. So let's just fire there, just for fun, just for funsies. We're gonna do a fun fire off, okay? Actually, let me get rid of all this stuff because it's getting messy. That's 101, right? 101. Okay. All right, 1 celebratory fire. This one's for chat, for being nice and awesome. And patient with me. And helping. You guys helped. You guys are like, what's his name? The Polish artillery bear. Wojtek. You guys are like Wojtek. He's the bestest bear to ever bear. Okay, so we know that shell type doesn't really matter much in the calculation, nor does the target, but whatever. Click the arms and they'll reset. Okay. Oh, wait, I need to buy one. I'll put it on the left gun. Click the arms and they reset. Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, so calculation complete, and then bada bing. I kind of wish we would have got killed by the enemy artillery just to see what it'd be like. I guess that's pretty easy. You can just set it up and make it happen. Okay, 101.8. Is it the same Ruse from PlayStation 3? Yeah. Yeah, Ruse is really cool. I mean, I went through the campaign a little bit. I mostly was just kind of making a video to be like, wow, that's awesome. Like, Ruse is back on Steam. But I do want to do a full campaign playthrough because it's quite a fun game. And I haven't played it in what feels like 10 years. But, you know, 6 years is a long time. Okay, 57.90. That's a little bit of a ways. All right, this one's for chat. Ooh, incoming gift bomb from Deathstroke. Anybody gonna get counter artillery fire in the chat? Somebody better counter battery that. Oh, okay. So the other one is, wait, that's not that one, is it? Oh. We already knew that one. I don't know. All good, though. All right, let's save and, oh, I think that's the settings. Oh, well. Oh, hum. Cool. All right, these are the two fellas, and I guess their child maybe working on the game, too. He's doing back-end marketing. Yeah, these are the guys working on Iron Nest. This will be coming out soon, and it is available on Steam to wish list. So the link should be in the description. Otherwise, just search for Iron Nest, and you guys can add it there. This also will be coming out as a demo for everybody during the Steam Next Fest, I believe, and I think that's the middle of next month. But just keep in mind, if you want to play this and many other games may also come out early before the Steam Next Fest, because it only lasts about a week, and that's not enough time to play awesome games like this. So technically, the Steam Next Fest kind of lasts about maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and developers just start bopping games out beforehand, and this might be one of them. I don't know. So anyway, if and when you guys play this game, make sure you give tons of feedback to the devs on things that you love and like and think that could be different and or would improve the overall quality of this very, very well done game. Very cool, very fun, very immersive. All right, we're going to jump into Subnautica Below Zero now in anticipation of Subnautica 2 that drops on the 14th. And we'll be playing that in multiplayer. I did hear from you guys that Subnautica 2 also had a developer event today where they streamed a bunch of the game and gameplay and stuff like that too. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Big shout out to the devs. I'm a big fan of you guys. Keep on trucking. We appreciate what you're doing, and we can't wait to see more of Iron Nest and what it will become in the future. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, hanging out, being awesome. And glory to the operators, Nick and Dominic and Watson. Nick and Watson over there on the left. Good name. Watson's a damn good name. All right. See you in a bit. Like literally right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the feedback and whatnot. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. See you in a second.